So why is evil so bad? Quick shot to two cops. Zoom lackluster. If I could cut that frame and put it behind me and have each step I take with in synchronicity of the lights flashing. So I'd have like ostensibly a mirror behind me reflecting those cops' lights that we were just peering at. And so then it would be in sync with the frame that you're watching. So why is evil so bad again? So it can be auto-corrected. The auto-correcting, so it's like... So I'd like to talk about middlemen. Why they're always behind closed doors. Corporate, they love appearing to be personable and open to the public. You can see with these owners of companies, they love going on commercials or informative videos and being so personable, like they'll show like a small clip of them helping some customers. The same thing in the news. These news anchors, they'll go into the streets on the Ave or in a store and they'll pretend to shop. And they're doing this not because they're actually shopping, is because it's adding a element to their presentation. But I see right through it because their performance is lackluster. So there's something like romantic about how the CEO at the top, they're always trying to appear like an average Joe, but then it's the work at the bottom. I just spit work at the bottom where it's as clear as day, you know, a hammer on a nail. Draw a diagonal from the hammer on the nail, the elbow grease, to the most sophisticated things that the CEO will do in their career, the biggest shots that they'll take. That is a diagonal that is trying to connect those two data points. The thing in between them is the middleman, and they're always behind closed doors. If you've ever exposed the middleman, they'll always say something that he's uncomfortable, he can't be questioned. How did you hear about this? But it's the middleman that, like, they say corporate will balance it out. And then it is the middleman who is the jester in the royal medieval era. So the jester is so iconic because, like, he's obviously controlled by the king, so he's in favor for the king because that's his whole career. But everyone sees him and is like, hard to give an example other than jokes. We're talking consumers. So the Joker, there's a better one. The middleman as a Joker will like push stuff into the marketplace that is just extra from bad CEO management. And so the lower level people are used to ordering stuff that is needed. But you're gonna have a Joker who pushes stuff out onto them for them to deal with just because the king, the CEO, had mismanaged it. And it's this line that across probably the entire world has problems with it, and it is a software, if it's on a computer, that needs to be entirely fleshed out, so it's so easy to see gaps where gaps have to be filled. Okay, so when it comes to the color of law, this is something where lines get blurred, abstractness becomes involuntary, and you get the basic gist. The word conspiracy gets thrown around. When the paranormal becomes a normal, this is in the Bible, it says in end times, people will be so corrupted that the sky is going to look like it's on fire, and it might as well be. This to me sounds like a computer that is undergoing a massive hack attack. The sky having it look like it's on fire resembles a LCD screen, and there's something behind pixels that is really interesting, as rainbows and stars resemble. So I've been trying to capitalize on the last 2 days. I'm not great with words. I'm more of a thinker. It's just, it's granted a grain of salt. I can speak like for, here and there, just because I put up, 200 videos in 365 days for the last 2 or 3 years. So the paranormal becoming normal, this is a thing that is inevitable in the Bible. But, hi Spike! And then, whenever I hear dogs or little kids, I probably shouldn't say anything, but I usually do, and they usually shut up after I say something. So that's kind of interesting. I've got that going for me. The complexion is, it's always the devil is in the detail. And so when you can have things that are easily to see, it's just always bugging how like a computer, it has so many bugs in it, and then that's on top of learning how to use the software. And so that's, once you get those two together, the examples of like how a problem can seem so easy if it's in plain view, but on a computer it's got this non-intuition behind it, because it's, I would say, a graphics problem. The software isn't like user-friendly enough, and I mean user-friendly enough so that someone who is disabled with mental retardation can do it, or people who stutter. When you stutter, it is like an insignificant. It's insignificant. So that's important. And evil's so bad so that it can autocorrect. Yeah, that's gotta be the case. Yeah, that's gotta be the case.